What is up, guys? T-Benz here. Thanks for checking out the channel. Today we are talking MLB 16 The Show, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a Diamond Dynasty in under 6,000 stubs. The point of this video is to basically get you guys a team that's fieldable and you can play against any team in Diamond Dynasty without getting slaughtered, and do it without spending lots of money on packs and buying players and that sort of thing. So hopefully this video helps you guys out to buying a team that can compete with even the best of teams in Diamond Dynasty. So let's start with the starting pitchers here. Our ace of the rotation is going to be Homer Bailey of the Cincinnati Reds. Right-hander, doesn't throw very hard, but he's got a good mix of pitches. And he threw a no-hitter a couple years ago, I remember that. He threw two, actually, if I remember correctly. But yeah, he's going to be the ace of the rotation for us because he can strike out pretty much anyone if he uses his pitches correctly, because he can keep hitters off balance, get some good ground balls. He'll keep the ball in the ballpark for the most part, so he's a great pickup. And he's only 320 stubs, not a bad deal. Second pitcher, Garrett Richards of the Los Angeles Angels? Yes? Los Angeles Angels? I hope I got that right. But another good guy with a good mix of pitches. He can throw a little bit harder than Homer Bailey, so he's a good 1-2 punch. And again, relatively cheap, only 465 subs. Actually, one of the more expensive guys we'll be buying today, but he's worth the money. All right, our third starting pitcher, Shelby Miller, the right-hander of the Atlanta Braves. Hasn't had a good year. Obviously, the Braves are 4-17 right now. But you know what? He's not a bad pitcher. He's got good makeup. He throws pretty hard. And yeah, only 210 stubs, so not bad for a third pitcher. In the 4-hole, we've got the lefty from the Pittsburgh Pirates, Francisco Liriano. Another good makeup pitcher. He throws pretty hard too, but he can keep hitters off balance, even with the best of them if you're playing against Diamond players. If you use his pitches correctly, you can keep the hitters off balance, keep the ball in the ballpark. And yeah, only 375 stubs, not a bad deal at all. And rounding out our rotation, we got a steal and Anibal Sanchez of the Detroit Tigers, 81 overall, 129 stubs. That's nothing. And yeah, he's a pretty good pitcher. Rounds out our rotation well at the 5 spots. He's a little vulnerable to hits, but if you can keep the ball around the plate, mix up your pitches, you should be all right. All right, let's go to the bullpen. We're starting with our long relief pitcher. It's the lefty Brett Oberholzer of the Houston Astros. Only 100 stubs, and he's got about 77 stamina, so he can eat up 2 or 3 innings in a conquest game and a 3-inning game, or you know, he can eat up 5 or 6 in a 9-inning game. So good long relief option if you get in trouble early. Second off, we got the New York Mets right-handed Tyler Clippard. He's only 230 stubs. He's got a good array of pitches. 81 overall for a reliever. That's fairly cheap for a silver card because there's very few good relievers in the league right now, so they're at a bit of a premium right now in the community market. So yeah, only 230 stubs for a fairly good middle reliever. Our next reliever is Mike Moran. 78 overall. He doesn't seem that good on paper, but I've used him a few times, and I just love the delivery he has, and he has a good mix of pitches. Throws pretty hard, and he's a good pickup for only 110 stubs, so it's not too bad at all. All right, and our third and final middle reliever is Jerry Blevins. You know, he's only 76 overall, but again, he's got some fire. He throws really hard, and he's got a good mix of pitches, can keep hitters off balance, and only 78 stubs, so that's not anything at all. So he's going to round out our middle relievers. To our setup man, first a righty, Sam Dyson of the Texas Rangers. He throws 97, 98 miles an hour, and he's got a good change and a good slider. He's going to be good against our right-handed hitters. And you know, with Inside Edge being introduced into Diamond Dynasty, he's been getting those 4 or 5-star matchup ratings, so he's been boosted to 86, 87 overall. Really good pickup. And he's only 55 stubs, so this is one of the cheaper guys we're going to pick up, but he's just as effective as anyone else on this list. He's going to be one of our setup men. And our other setup man is a lefty, and that's Brett Cecil of the Toronto Blue Jays. He's got a nasty curveball. He's got good movement on his slider. He's got a good fastball. You know, he's pretty much unhittable against lefties. You know, if you're facing a lefty, human or CPU, they're going to have a really tough time against Brett Cecil. And again, with Inside Edge, he's getting those 4 or 5-star Inside Edge matchup ratings, even though he's had a terrible year. He's 0-4. But hey, I'll take a 90 overall Brett Cecil. He'll be able to get us to our closer. And Brett Cecil, 295 stubs, not a bad deal at all. And then we go to our closer, right-handed throwing Sean Tollison of the Texas Rangers. Only 228 stubs for a fairly good closer, 82 overall again. So he's going to be able to close out games, you know, when you need him to. He's got a good array of pitches. He throws fairly hard. And yeah, he's going to close out our bullpen for us. All right, and before we get to the starting lineup, let's go to our bench. First off, center fielder Ben Revere of the Washington Nationals. Played on the Blue Jays last year. Good contact hitter, good speed, good fielding. He's just lacking a bit of power, but if you need someone to come in and just get a base hit for you or play well defensively in any left, right, or center field, he's a great option. And at second base, we have Devin Travis of the Toronto Blue Jays. Hasn't played this year due to injury, but at 77 overall, he's got good hitting stats, good fielding stats. Speed, he's just okay, but inside edge, again, giving him good matchups, 5 stars, so he's seeing that 86 overall fairly often right now. Good pickup, only 65 stubs, so go pick him up while you can. Our third bench player hitting for power, it's Brandon Belt of the San Francisco Giants, left-handed hitting, tons of power, and again, he's had that 5-star inside edge matchup rating for pretty much the entire year. He's been boosted up to 88 overall, so he's a great pickup at only 115 stubs. So make sure you go pick up Brandon Belt if you need a guy to unload some bases in a pinch hit situation, or you can even set him out for our first baseman that we're going to get to later. Alright, and I love to have a catcher on the bench just in case my starting catcher goes down, so we're going with Travis d'Arnaud of the New York Mets. 79 overall, and he's pretty well-rounded, good hitting, good fielding, not very quick, but there's not very many quick catchers out there. So he's going to be on the bench just in case our starting catcher gets hurt, and he's not a bad hitting option either. And again, only 150 stubs, so definitely worth the money. Alright, and rounding out our bench, it's left fielder Michael Conforto of the New York Mets. Another option who's had that inside edge matchup with the 4-star, 5-star. He's been up to 86, 88 overall, and only 89 stubs, so he's going to round out our bench for us. He's a good hitting option for a pitcher late in the game. Alright, now to our starting lineup, the moment you've all been waiting for, and let's start with the leadoff man, right fielder of the Kansas City Royals, Jarrod Dyson. This guy is a speed demon, 99 speed, 99 steal, and he's got pretty good contact numbers as well, so if you can slap a base hit, maybe lay down a bunt and get him on base, you can pretty much steal bases at will with him, no matter who's behind the plate on the other team. So he's a great leadoff guy to put in the scoring position and then hopefully hit him home later. And Jarrod Dyson only going for 188 stubs right now, and he's a great leadoff option. Alright, batting second, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates third baseman Jung Ho Gong. 81 overall, and he's been hurt for most of the year, but inside edge matchup ratings have been 4 or 5 stars throughout the whole year, so he's been up to 89, 90 overall. Good contact, alright power, but he's a good fielder as well. Speed not great either, but a good contact hitting guy again, and he's good down in the hot corner. And he's going for 225 stubs right now, not bad for an 81 overall third baseman. Alright, batting third, it's Miguel Sano of the Minnesota Twins. He's actually, I think he's listed as a third baseman, but we're going to stick him in left field, his secondary position. Great power, it's about 95 right now with the inside edge being 5 stars. So he's going to bat third for us. He brings a lot to the table, good defensively. Speed not much his thing, but fielding, power, he's going to clean the bases for us and hopefully get Jarrod Dyson home. And this is the one guy we kind of splurge on a little bit. He's 874 stubs, but I can guarantee you he's 100% worth the money. And batting cleanup, Miami Marlins first baseman Justin Bour. Another good power guy, but he's got a little bit more contact to him, but not quite as good defensively, and he's a lot slower, so he's going to hopefully clean around the bases if Miguel Sano hasn't already, and only 250 stubs, so quite the bargain there over at first base. Batting fifth, it's the shortstop, Addison Russell of the Chicago Cubs. Defensively, he works like a gold player, if not a diamond player, and he's got some good contact numbers and he's pretty quick. So power isn't really his thing, but he covers all the other bases, per se, and he's only 303 stubs, so a good option there at shortstop, 79 overall, Addison Russell. Batting sixth, it's our bat catcher, Stephen Vogt of the Oakland A's. A good power hitter against righties. Against lefties, he struggles a little bit, so you might want to think about putting in Travis d'Arnaud against lefties. But great defensively, speed not his thing, but again, catchers don't really have speed. And yeah, great power hitter there at the 6 hole, and he'll be behind the plate for us. And only 299 stubs, so not a bad deal for an 81 overall catcher. Batting seventh, it's the Toronto Blue Jays center fielder Kevin Pillar, who again, defensively, there's probably no one better in the game right now. And he hit 275 last year, so they gave him pretty good contact stats. He's 81 overall. Not a bad option for center field because he can cover pretty much every field there is out there. So putting him in the 7 hole, again, a good contact hitter, not so much power. And yeah, only 230 stubs, not a bad deal. So he's going to be batting 7th. And our last position player batting 8th, the second baseman Rougned Odor with the Texas Rangers. Another good contact hitter, and he's also got some speed behind him as well, so another good on-base guy, and defensively he's not that shabby either, and I've actually used him a few times because of his inside edge rating being 5 stars, so he's a good option at second base and as a good middle infielder to round out our position player lineup. And 9th spot, of course, goes to the pitcher, so that rounds out our starting lineup. And for summary, we have 1,499 stubs on our starting pitching, 1,096 stubs on our bullpen, 694 stubs on our bench, and 2,589 stubs on our starting lineup. So that totals out to 5,878 stubs. You can get this team for under $6, which is not a bad deal whatsoever. If you're not looking to spend a whole lot on the game and still look to contend, this is the team I kind of suggest to you guys. So thanks for watching, guys. If there was someone I missed that you guys like using, please let me know in the comments section below. So yeah, feel free to use this lineup or maybe slot in some gold players that you have into it. But this is a team that you can contend with for under $6. It's not a bad team at all, and I hope you guys use this guide to build a Diamond Dynasty of your own. So yeah, if there's someone that I missed that's cheap and you guys like using, put it in the comment section below. But thanks for watching this video. Be sure to check out my channel for other MLB 16 The Show content, and until next time, T-Ben's out. Thanks for watching, guys.